YouTube, what's going on? It's your favorite redhead YouTuber back with another video. I'm here with this beast of a car today, the Subaru STI, and today we are going to be answering some very important questions. Should you get a Subaru STI or a Subaru WRX? Which is the better buy and which is the smarter choice? And in this video, we're gonna answer that. I have this beautiful Subaru STI here with me today. This is my personal car. She is a babe. So anyways guys, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into the video. Now, deciding between a Subaru STI and a WRX is pretty difficult. I think it's a lot more difficult than deciding between like a V8 Coyote Mustang and a V6 or the 4-cylinder, for example. When it comes to Subaru WRXs, I still, from the bottom of my heart, believe that the WRX is still an enthusiast car. Solid choice. When it comes to more base model muscle cars like Mustangs and Camaros, I believe a lot of those people don't understand the difference in the engines. A lot of people just like to drive the V6 Mustangs just because it's still a Mustang, so it looks like a Mustang, which they're still all great, solid cars, you know, to each their own. A car guy is a car guy in my head. Now, one of the biggest things as well when you look into both cars is there's almost roughly, this is a rough estimate, now times change by the day, there's roughly a $10,000 price difference between the two. And also with the Subaru, the STI, you're getting an engine that's 10 to 15 years old. It's been very slightly updated, you know, since between the years. As for the Subaru WRX, you're getting the FA20s, and I believe there may even be another new one. I don't know. I don't really keep tabs on the brand new WRX coming out, the 2023. I don't really know that much about it, but they continue updating the WRX engines and the transmissions. I know the latest ad I've seen for the newest WRX is they're very much pushing the CVT engine for the newer WRXs, which to me is mind-boggling. And a little side note as well, what's even more mind-boggling, the newest STI prototype, the one they've been working on for the past couple of years, has been completely scrapped. They are going to an all-electric STI, which is just crazy. One of the biggest things that sold me on the STIs was the exhaust. The noise. The first STI I seen before I owned one back when I was in school, an older STI, the exhaust noise, I was like, dude, that car is so dope. Serenaded by the exhaust noise that these cars made. So to think of an all-electric Subaru STI, that's gonna be a tough one because, I don't know, that's gonna take us real enthusiast Subarus to have to come to terms with that, and that's going to be kind of difficult. I've had 3 STIs in my life, and they all had super loud exhaust, loud turbo noises. That's like the best part about the Subarus, whether it's a WRX or an STI. Now, one of the things that really also goes into you choosing whether a WRX or an STI is what is the purpose you want with it. Are you looking for speed? Are you looking for fun? Are you looking for just a fun commute car to get to work and back? Looking for a car for your family? All those are huge factors. The WRX nails all of those. As far the STI really doesn't nail some of those. I personally don't believe the STI is the most reliable car. I don't think the STI takes mods the greatest way, but then again, neither does the WRX. You can't even throw an intake on this car without having to get a tune for it. And tuning these cars now is a pain because Cobb and the EPA are just going at it really bad. You can't even get tuned for flex fuel anymore to run full E85, I don't think, according to my tuner, and I live in Ohio. You can't even get tuned catless to remove the light because Cobb removed that software because they're going at it. So modding these cars is getting harder and harder by the day. And especially through COVID, parts were on back order for months. Front mount intercoolers and catless downpipes And, you know, even titanium tips, just the tips. I think tips were going for $500–600 for just axle back tips. And now this goes, like I said, this isn't just STIs I'm referring to. I'm referring to WRXs as well. Some of that stuff is just really hurting these cars. And now with STIs going all electric, in the past years, mods were so universal with these cars, especially the STIs, because they've had the same engine for so long. You could throw parts from a 2012, 2013 STI on the 2015s and 2016s. You could throw 2015 parts on the 2020s. So that has been very helpful, and the market for parts has been ridiculous. There's been so many unique builds because of that reason. And now with the whole remodel and the revamp and the, you know, the future electric STI, you know, that's gonna ruin that. That's not really gonna be the case anymore. That's all gonna be changing soon. Personally, if it was for me, I would not wait for the new STI to come out. If you want STI, I would buy one of the STIs now. It doesn't really matter what year STI you buy unless you're mainly going for looks, but when it comes to speed, they're all the same. They all basically have the same engine. It doesn't matter which one you get. They're all very similar besides appearance. That's the biggest difference. Personally, you know, this is even my favorite body style for the STI. I had a 2007, I've had a Hawkeye, that was 07. Bug eyes, blob eyes, those are my favorite ones, but they're so hard to get, and the prices on them, it's almost like they just keep going up on them. They're not depreciating like they should. Cars depreciate to a certain point and then they just stop. So they never really reach the bottom like some people think. They get to that point and then that's it. And if you're going for power, so speed, both cars are quick. The WRXs and STIs, both being all-wheel drive, having those turbos in them, they're both very quick. I wouldn't say they're fast cars stock by any means. I don't think they're fast. I think they're just, off the rip, they're just quick. And they're fun, they make turbo noises, they have cool exhausts, besides the WRX. But besides that, ultimately, it's gonna be what's your main goals for the car. The WRX can do it all. The STI though, you're gonna have, it's got reliability problems. Unfortunately, people just, they don't want to realize that. The STI has massive reliability issues, but so does the FA20s. They have their own fair share of issues. STIs are more expensive to fix. STIs have massive Brembo brakes going around them. Those are more expensive to fix. You get the rims with the STIs. You don't want to chip those. Those are more expensive. It really has its pros and its cons. Personally, I'm a true car enthusiast at heart. I would go for either one. I would love to have a WRX so I can just ride on the side to work and back, so I don't have to put the miles on my STI. Mainly due to the fact that it's a built car. So, and it runs, I have it running on full E85, so that's not really fun for a commute. This car sits a lot more than it should. But besides that, ultimately, you just have to look at what you're looking for long term. You'll never get a WRX to sound as good as an STI, but you'll never get an STI as reliable as a WRX unless you put like an IAG stage 3 or stage 2 block in it. These cars are they're like ticking time bombs, these STIs, as WRXs aren't. If you have a family, you're looking for low payments, you want a fun car, WRX to the fullest. But just keep in mind, there's something out there that exists. It's called buyer's remorse. So don't buy a WRX if you're in the middle. The best thing you could possibly do is to go out and test drive both cars. Slap through the gears on an STI. Slap through the gears on the WRX. They're both great in snow. They're all-wheel drive. The STI is a lot worse on gas mileage than the WRX. That's mainly due because the WRX has a more updated engine than the STI does, which we went over that. So that's another huge factor you should really look at and consider is gas mileage. Today's day and age, we could wake up tomorrow morning and gas prices are gonna be $5 a gallon, $4 a gallon. And the government or whoever, they're gonna tell you, oh, well, you know, go F yourselves, you know, sorry, you know, they don't really care. Gas prices are fluctuating like crazy right now. So WRXs will definitely save you not only on monthly payments, but on gas, repairs. I almost want to say parts could possibly be cheaper for the WRX, but I know some of them, like access ports and intakes, those are all going to be the same price. So I don't think that's the right thing to say, but some things like intercoolers, I know there's some things that you can't do with the WRX that you can do with the STIs. Cooler on my STI, as you can see here. Now a lot of people, they mainly buy the STIs because of this bad boy right here. No, I'm not talking about the car. I'm talking about the freaking spoiler, man. Look at that. That's the whole car. That's the whole STI. That's literally the whole perception of the car. Forget the rest of the car. You don't see none of that. That's all you see. Just the fat wing. That's the only thing that you see on the Subaru STI. You're forgetting the rest of the car. People, if that's really what's causing you to buy the STI, literally go in a forums with somebody. Go in your local Subaru forums. If that's what's really causing you to want a Subaru STI, listen right here. I'm gonna give you the best advice anybody possibly could. Go in your local Subaru forums, mine's Neosoc, and post a picture of your WRX in there and say, hey, would any STI owner want to trunk swap me? And there you go. Because there's so many STI owners out there that they don't even want these. They don't even want the spoiler. They'll trunk swap you. And you'll even have a huge bonus. You'll get the STI logo with it. So then you're driving a WRX, but people are gonna see the wing. They're instantly gonna wanna race you. And then there, you have your STI. Got your WRX with the wing, boom, that's all you need. And you can buy a dope set of rims to go with it. And then you got a whole car right there, man. Get the Cobb access port stage 1 package with the access port and the intake. Boom, that's a whole race car. Throw the axle back on there, that's a drag car now. Literally, it's so easy. I mean, every time people I know buy Subarus, the first thing they do is exhaust, intake, access port, and maybe a couple small appearance mods for the car just to spice it up a little bit. So no one keeps these things stocked for more than like a month. If you do, you're crazy. But I love you for that, because so many people can't not have the urge to just start upgrading. Even if it's something as small as a sticker. I mean, it's funny how the community that revolves around Subaru is definitely a unique community. And whether you get STI or WRX, join one of the local communities, go to the car clubs, get to know other Subaru owners, because the Subaru community is one of the best communities in the entire car scene. And I say that from my heart. I mean that. They'll take good care of you and you'll learn so much. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please check out the other video on my channel. It's a POV of me driving the STI, the 400 all-wheel horsepower STI. You get to hear the external wastegate, the exhaust noise, me slapping through gears. It's a great video. Watch the POV because I'm a person just like you, and it's a great video because you'll get to see almost what it's like being behind the wheel of one of these Subaru STIs. But anyways, guys, take it easy. It's your favorite redhead YouTuber, and I'm out.